they don't lower your testosterone overnight. It starts slow. In the foods you eat, the air you breathe, the hours you scroll. Every time you feel weaker, slower, more distracted, that's not an accident. The system profits when you're tired, when you doubt yourself. They sell comfort and call it happiness. They give you junk food, fake dopamine, and tell you to relax. But a man who's relaxed all the time never fights back. Look around. Men are getting softer, quieter, less driven. We've been told masculinity is a problem, but low testosterone is what's actually killing us. It doesn't just decrease your muscle mass, it decreases your drive, your will, and that's why they want you to have low T. But once you understand what they're doing, you could take it back, one choice at a time, one meal, one rep. And before I start the video, I want to say that I have a full blueprint on how to get high levels of testosterone. Go check out the link in the description. Ever since you were born, they were trying to kill your masculinity. Every single food you ate was like an operation to get you to have low testosterone and be compliant. You see, most things that they introduce nowadays, the reason why they do it, or one of the reasons why they do it, is to keep your testosterone levels low. And having low testosterone as an individual is terrible. And that's why I have a channel on how to fix it. Low drive, low aggression, low confidence, low muscle mass, etc. But for a society, it could actually be a good thing. You see, testosterone does have some effects on rebellion. It makes you more rebellious. It makes you listen to less people. It makes you less compliant, which is the opposite of what we want in a society. Because what happens when there's a bunch of rebellious men who doesn't listen to you? A revolution. And that's exactly the opposite of what they want. So they start by cramming it into these foods, adding some weird ingredients in there without even realizing. Oh look, you got a sandwich. Oh, it's just chicken and salad. And you check the back, there's like 50 different ingredients. But you don't really think about it, right? You just eat the sandwich. It's like they're adding poison into your food because you don't even realize. The color hasn't changed. Like, it's not purple when you eat the sandwich. So you think it's completely fine. But those foods are actually poisoning you and your testosterone inside. In this video, I'm going to explain those 3 foods. Now, number 1 is sugar. Now, sugar we all knew was bad for you, but back then sugar wasn't as prominent as nowadays. Sugar before was like mainly in the form of dessert. Like, you know dessert has sugar inside. You just eat it for a treat. We all know that dessert is not good for you. So people were eating it more in moderation. Of course, there's people that like eat a shit ton of dessert and that's why they're fat. But I'm talking about for the general population, like desserts and stuff that are homemade or something like that wasn't really eaten that much. So it was not really that big of a problem. Now the problem was, especially in the West and the UK and USA, they would make these snacks that are high in sugar, but they also had some flavors to it. Like, for example, like just sweets in general. There's like orange flavored sweets. There's chocolate, sugary drinks, snacks even, like crisps. Like, everything has sugar inside. So every time you buy a snack, you're downing a bunch of processed sugar. Sugar increases the shit out of your insulin in not a good way. And then it crashes, leading to have low energy, fatigue, and at the same time your testosterone will drop. Now, sugar is not inherently bad when it's coming in the form of fruits, since it has fiber, it has nutrients inside. But these things that you're eating, these snacks in the grocery store, have nothing good inside. Go check the ingredients right now of the snacks you eat. Name me one thing that's actually good for you. And don't quote thinking, oh look, it says water on there. And I know for a fact you have some friends, or you might even go to the grocery store sometimes and pick up a little snack and just start eating it, and you think, oh, it's not that deep, it's fine. But it is. You need to cut this shit out of your life. Now, number 2, and this food everyone eats. If you're watching this video, 99% of you are eating this food. Since it's not one food, it comes in nearly all forms of food, and they just put it in there to cook with. And if that gives you an idea of what oil it is, put in the comments right now. I'm gonna say it in 3. Seed oils. Seed oils, polyunsaturated fats, omega-6s, they are a form of fat, which fat is good for your testosterone levels. But the problem is that seed oils are extremely inflammatory. And the more inflammation you have on your body, the lower your testosterone, and vice versa. So when you eat all of these seed oils, your inflammation goes through the roof, and there's so much studies on this. And when you have a lot of inflammation, studies show as well that your testosterone automatically drops. That's why it's so bad for your testosterone level. Same as omega-6s. There's an omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, and omega-3 comes in the form of fatty fish, which no one is eating nowadays. And don't even lie to yourself. You probably eat fish once a month max. Some people don't even eat fish at all. And then omega-6s are all the way up here. We want it to be balanced, but this is the level. And this destroys your testosterone. Now check the back of every single food you get. Look, if it's not a one ingredient food in the supermarket, let's say you buy lamb. Let's say you buy lamb shoulder. You buy chicken on its own. Eggs. Butter. Even butter could have seed oils inside depending on the butter you eat. But if it's not one ingredient, check the back. If it has any of the following: rapeseed oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, palm oil, all of that is seed oils. It comes under a big branch of seed oils. Stop eating those. Cook your own food in butter, olive oil, even ghee if you want to, but don't touch those. Now, number 3, I actually haven't mentioned this food in my channel before, but I realized that so many people add this onto their foods, and that might give you a little clue, but it's actually so bad because it's high in sugar, has seed oils often sometimes, and it's just extra wasted calories, and that is condiments. Now, of course, there's some condiments that are fine, like let's say you get red Tabasco and it's just hot sauce, right, with not much ingredients inside. That's completely fine. But a lot of you guys, let's say you eat your steak, let's say chips, steak and chips. You make the chips in seed oils and then you have fucking ketchup, barbecue sauce or mayonnaise next to it. Or let's say like you cook your burger, homemade burger, like everything's good. Even the bread has not much ingredients, the steak, everything perfect. Anabolic meal, and then you have a bunch of ketchup and mayonnaise on the burger, and then on the side you also have ketchup and mayonnaise for the chips. Like when I say don't eat cereals and sugar, condiments also count. Unless you find a condiment that has no processed sugar and no seed oils, you should not be eating those. You should count those as those snacks you see in Sainsbury's, like the chocolate, like the sweets. They're exactly the same, they just come in a different form. So stop eating those as well. They're not an exception. And you might be guilty of this, some of your friends might be guilty of this. They eat healthy, they don't eat any sugar, but they slap on a bunch of ketchup on their plate. Before I end the video, I want to say that I have a full course on how to optimize your testosterone levels to get to elite natural levels. I'm talking about 900, 1000 plus nanograms. So you can actually feel like a man again, build more muscle, burn fat, have more ambition, have more confidence. And there's so many benefits of testosterone. This is literally the masculinity hormone. Go check out the link in the description if you're interested. That's been Team TMS, Testosterone Muscle Strength. Bye.